And now for a word from our sponsor.
Brought to you by Fergie Toilets. Fergie Toilets, when it is time for that kind of thing.
And welcome back to Let's Play Silent Hill 4, The Room. Last time, we traveled to the building world and actually met up with one of our neighbors, Richard Braintree. 3 guesses what happened to him if you hadn't watched the previous video. Now, once again, if we return to the bathroom, we will find that the hole has enlarged even further, and the pattern surrounding it has become very distinct at this point. Now, the level we're about to head into is, on your first playthrough, probably one of the longest and most boring in the game. On repeat playthroughs, especially if you just go for the stuff you absolutely need to do, it's one of the shortest in the game. We're going to be grabbing every item we can, so we're likely going to be in here for a while in this video, but you can easily finish this in like 5 to 6 minutes if you know what you're doing. This hole doesn't look like a human made it. It's been getting bigger and rounder. I think I've seen this pattern before. Will you go inside? Oh yes, please. Heading into the hole, where could it possibly take us at this point? All the strange locations we've been to up to now, I can't even imagine.
It looks like my apartment. But what the hell is this?
Well, I suppose the least expected development is that we actually end up outside room 302, though naturally not exactly how it is from what we can see in our peephole. Hey, it's that kid. He disappears. Looks like a piece of paper has been slipped under our door, and lots of dead sniffer dogs. We saw that guy at the door to Eileen's room. He looked a lot like that guy we saw on the other side of the apartment building pointing to Eileen's window. Now, first order of business is we need to enter room 301. You'll find that the vast majority of the rooms in the apartment world are locked and inaccessible. Henry's apartment included, of course, but also Eileen's and any other we can check out. But room 301 is open for us, and in fact has a portal for us to go through should we want to return to room 302. There's also a few documents for us to collect here. There's a diary here. The last few months, Joseph, the guy next door to me who gave me that rare porn magazine, looks like he's been working super hard. He said if he found another rare one, he'd give it to me, but he hasn't shown his face around much lately. He said he was a journalist and is always investigating stuff, but I think something strange is going on with him. He's been shut in his apartment, and I can hear all these weird noises coming from there. July 1st, Mike. Oh, my beautiful Rachel. What's with the note on the red paper? I thought you'd written a note back to me, but I guess maybe it was somewhere else. He took it along with my clothes. Those were my best clothes. July 2nd, Mike. So, this Mike individual, wow, look at all these porno magazines. Seems to be a rather perverse man. Hey, this paper looks familiar. It's a red piece of paper with nothing written on it. Take the red paper? Well, just red paper with nothing written on it. I'll stick it under room 302's door. So, here's one of the gimmicks for Apartment World, is we have to collect red pieces of paper, much like the ones that have been slid under our door up to this point in the game, but these papers are blank. If we slip them under the door to room 302, they'll become legible to us. This guy, is it the super? He's much younger in this picture. There's a key taped to the back of it. Take the superintendent's key. This is the key to Frank Sunderland's room. South Ashfield Heights superintendent's key. It says 105 on it, so it's on the first floor. What do we got over here? It's a photo of a nurse. It says, "I love you" on it. There's a key taped to the back of it. Take the locker key to number 106? Well, don't see any reason not to. Let's grab that. Looks like a locker key. 106 is written on it. Curious. More porn magazines, it looks like. There are porno magazines scattered all over the floor. Mike, I think you need to locate new hobbies. There's one more document to collect in here. There's a magazine lying open. Teaching Despair. Wish House. Wish House, an orphanage on the outskirts of Silent Hill. But behind its false image is a place where children are kidnapped and brainwashed. Wish House is managed by the Silent Hill Smile Support Society, a charity organization sometimes called 4S. It's true that 4S is a well-respected charity that takes in poor children without homes and raises them with hope. But at its heart is a heathen organization that teaches its own warped dogma in lieu of good religious values. Mr. Smith, temp, who lives near Wish House, had this to say: "Sometimes at night I can hear their weird prayers and the sounds of children crying. I went there to complain one time, but they ran me right out. Since then, it hasn't changed a bit." In fact, this reporter was refused admission when he attempted to take photographs in the facility. What exactly do the folks at Wish House have to hide? During my investigations, I was able to discover, however, a suspicious-looking round concrete tower which appears to be a part of their facilities. Unfortunately, no one was willing to tell us what the tower was used for, but it seems unlikely that it has anything to do with the business of raising orphans. It may, in fact, be a prison or a secret place of worship. The cult religion that operates Wish House is known by the locals simply as the Order. It is a religion that is deeply interwoven with Silent Hill's history, but its worshippers' fervent belief that they are among the elite chosen people has a dark and dangerous side. I intend to continue my investigations of Wish House and the cult behind it. I always believe that telling the whole truth and showing the children the true path is our most important duty. Joseph Screeber. You know, there is an extremely similar article in Silent Hill 3, although in that game the orphanage was called Hope House. Not sure why the change was made in this game, but it is otherwise the exact same article from the previous game. Also, we're just going to ignore that old lady. Now that we've gotten all the items that we need from there, let's get to exploring. Since we're passing by the door to room 302 anyway, may as well slip this paper under. You put the red paper in the door crack. There we go. Should be able to collect that if we find another portal along the way. Naturally, Eileen's room. What was that guy doing here? Could he be the next victim? Or could it be... Henry's a little suspicious of that gentleman that we saw. This is definitely a disheveled-looking guy. Seems like, I can only imagine he is the one who killed all the sniffer dogs in that hallway. Who else could have done it? Speaking of that guy...
I got this from Miss Galvin. A long, long time ago. She was younger than me back then. She looked so happy, holding her mother's hand. Here. I'll give it to you.
Interesting. So, this doll that this gentleman just dropped here, this item is a trap. What exactly it does, I'll explain later. It does not immediately cause any problems if you take it, but later on it is a serious headache to deal with. Do not take this doll under any circumstances. One thing I want to note, though, it's kind of a weird thing he said there. Back then, she was younger than me? What does he mean by that? That his age hasn't changed since then? Weird. Whatever the case, we are not going to explore any of the hallways on the second floor at the moment, as there is nothing for us there. All the doors are locked. However, we want to investigate this mailbox real quick. These are the tenants' lockers. There are numbers 101 through 304. We can use the locker key here to open up the mailbox and see... I love you, Rachel. Mike. It's filled with love letters from Mike to Rachel. Creepy. But that's neither here nor there. That is an optional thing to check. You do not need to grab the locker key in order to see that. Also, this is the wrong hallway. I want to go into the other one. Not going to fight that sniffer dog at the moment, though now that we have the almighty rusty axe, I will take that thing out when we swing back around. Heading into this area, we find the superintendent's room. You can see the sign for it right there. The only other place that we can open up at this point. Heading into here, there's a couple of things to grab. First order of business, it's a piece of red paper. Take the red paper, yes. And looks like there's another one. It's a torn piece of red paper, so only got half the message here. Just torn red paper with nothing written on it. Alright, what's up here? It's a hastily scribbled memo found by Nurse Rachel. Return it to room 302, together with the part her boyfriend, Mike, tore off. Frank does not seem to know what the relationship between Mike and Rachel is, though I doubt he is her boyfriend. There are keys for each apartment here. Take the apartment keys? Absolutely. And now we have the keys to every building or every room in the apartment, but 303 is missing for some reason. So we're not going to be able to get into Eileen's room straight away. There's a couple other things to check out here. First off, it's a red box. Man, this thing really stinks. It's practically bringing tears to my eyes. Why does that sound familiar to me? I feel like that was mentioned recently. Probably nothing. One more document to collect in here. It's a diary. The red box seems even stranger today. It's giving off a terrible smell. It's disgusting, but I just can't throw it away. It must have been around 30 years ago. That young couple was living in the apartment, but one day they just suddenly disappeared. Ran off just like thieves in the night. I don't know why. Must have been money troubles. Maybe they got themselves into some kind of danger. The problem came after that. They left their newborn baby when they took off. They even found the umbilical cord. I called the ambulance right away. I heard the baby survived, but I don't know what happened to him. Although a few years later, I often saw a young kid hanging around the apartment. One day he just stopped coming by. But now that I think of it, I'll bet he was that abandoned baby. It's a horrible story. Abandoning a newborn baby? It all happened in room 302. And the umbilical cord I found there. Well, I still can't get myself to throw it away. Wonder what that could all be about. But we get a little backstory for the umbilical cord, and we find out that the reasons he keeps it aren't quite as creepy as it sounds out of context. It's a little weird, but not as strange as it is when he just brings it up out of nowhere. Now, we have the key to every room in South Ashfield Heights, so we're going to start exploring them. There are only 2 rooms afterwards that you actually need to explore to collect critical items, but like I said, we're going to check everything as there's a ton of items that you can get. There are a lot of records and music magazines on the shelves, and you can get some kind of interesting details about South Ashfield Heights if you explore everything. This guy seems to be a bit of an audiophile. He's got all sorts of stereo equipment. Heading over this way, in this back room here, doesn't look like there's anything too important. Any records you like, Henry? No. So this room has nothing in it. Your first playthrough of this game, you're just going to be bumbling into every single room in South Ashfield Heights, just hoping that there is something worth your time in there. Quite a few of these apartments actually do have some pretty good and unique items in them. Some of them, though, are just straight dead ends, so it isn't absolutely critical to be go over everything with a fine-tooth comb, because like a lot of the rooms in Silent Hill 4, some of them just straight up don't have anything in them. It says, my darling's number, and there are some numbers that look like a phone number. Will you press these numbers? I would not recommend doing that. If you activate the answering machine here, a phone in a different apartment will start ringing, and it will not stop ringing until you get to it, or you reach the apartment and actually stop the dial tone. There's a portable medical kit. This is one of the few items in here that I think is worth going out of your way for, the portable medical kit. Unlike the other healing items that I've been advocating that you leave behind up to this point, this one you cannot come back for later, so do not leave it behind. It's a nurse's uniform. The name on it says Rachel. So, we found the room of the mysterious Rachel, apparently the object of Mike's infatuation, or perhaps even less wholesome than that, considering the porn magazines all strewn about his apartment. Methinks the guy has a bit of a unhealthy obsession with her. But yeah, that's one of the items that's worth grabbing. Even on a 10.2 star run, I'd actually, if you're unconfident about your ability to survive in the game, I would say it's not terrible to go and grab that. Heading into here, we actually do have a couple of enemies to worry about. Of course, we've got these sniffer dogs here, but now that we have the almighty rusty axe, these things are no problem for us anymore. Just check that out. A single charge swing will send them skittering and allow you to kill them super easy. Heading into this apartment here, there's actually something worth our time in this one, I believe. Let's see here. You can see Henry's head bobbing around. Can't tell if it's just there's an enemy or something. Oh, nope, Hummers. Okay, let's get ourselves lined up here. Come on, and take all these things down, and just get a huge group stomp going. Okay. And I think that's all of them. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, so nothing too interesting there. Anything back this way? Be nice if we could find some bullets. Nah, another dead end. I'll fully admit, I have not memorized the contents of every apartment in South Ashfield Heights, but I had planned to explore everything anyway, just so we could check out all the different things. Heard a bit of a strange noise there. Heading into this apartment. Don't think there's anything in the kitchen. There is one apartment where you do want to make sure you explore the kitchen, though. Let's see. Nothing in here. Heading back into the rooms here. Nothing here. Is it just me, or does it feel like the rooms that we've been going into are a little bit bigger than Henry's room? Like they got more space in a certain area. Yeah, I'm probably just paranoid. Alright, so that one's just another dead end. Rather, dull life whoever's living in there is leading. Let's see. Let's, just get our, rusty axe charged up and take this thing out. Yeah, this is, much better than trying to beat these things to death with a steel pipe. Room 102 is one of the rooms that we actually need to check out. This has something important in it. First order of business, we've got a ton of tremors in here. Nice boost of kills here on a 10-star ranking run, especially since you have to come in this room. It's just a free 10 kills right here. Super easy stuff to kill. Your brain is just going wild looking at the thing on the counter here, and yes, it's a submachine gun. Let's take it. Alright, we got a submachine gun here. Wait a minute. Eileen-only weapon? What does that mean? Well, it's not a weapon that Henry can use, but, why would Eileen need a submachine gun? It smells terrible. Open it up. What is this? It's wrapped up in these torn, bloody jeans. It's the body of a dead cat. There's a torn red paper in one of the pockets. Let's grab that and try to ignore, the dead cat. Wonder why that's in there, though. I believe that's, all there is to, see in the room here. Yeah, nothing else to see here. But, we do need that piece of red paper, so be sure to come in here. Now we can check out room 101 and grab what's in there. Conveniently, there's a portal on the first floor, so we'll be able to drop off some of the items that we've been grabbing there, though we won't be able to get rid of the red papers at this point. On here, we got a pack of pistol bullets, and it's a model gun. It's totally useless as a weapon. Oh, man! Yes, this room is filled with model guns. All the guns here are just models. None of them can actually be used. And if you pay attention, you'll see that quite a few of them are actually the same models as guns from the previous games. So yeah, nice little room there made to troll the player. But one of these magazines has something written on the back cover. My eyes and skin are so itchy. The stupid cat next door made my allergy go crazy. I was so pissed off, I took my converted model gun and blasted away at the thing at point-blank range. It was way cool. The thing just dropped like a stone. By the way, that revolver that Richard in 207 carries, it's the real thing. That guy's dangerous. Apparently, Richard has a bit of a reputation for being an intimidating individual. But yeah, tons of model weaponry in here. The only thing that is actually worth grabbing, though, or the only thing that you can grab, period, is the pistol bullets. You also get a slight explanation for why there's a dead cat, although why exactly it's wrapped in jeans and stuffed in a fridge is left to our imagination. Granted, it's probably far from the strangest thing we've seen up to this point. Alright, so first order of business, let's return to the apartment, room 302, and store some of our items. Alright, waking up here, obviously we want to drop off stuff that we're not able to use at the moment, like the bullets, like the portable med kit, and obviously the submachine gun. If only we could slide that under Eileen's door, I'm sure she would appreciate the extra security. What's that sound? Also, there's a potential event you can get here if you look out at your peephole at this moment. Okay, not the event I was expecting. There is an event where that strange, disheveled gentleman can potentially walk up to your peephole. I'll keep looking there and... what the heck? What the hell is this? The dryer sprayed blood all over the place. This is why you gotta use good quality dryer sheets for your laundry load. Let's go, I'm feeling a little concerned about Eileen. Let's just go do a quick peep in there just to see and make sure that she's okay. I can't see her. I wonder if something happened to Eileen. Well, nothing going there. Let's store our items and grab some of those red papers real quick. Obviously, we need to keep the red papers that are currently in our inventory. But otherwise, we can store everything else. Oh, did I just store the keys? Yes, I just accidentally stored the keys. We need to keep those keys. My bad, my bad. Sometimes I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I just get too caught up in the inventory management. Alright, let's take a look at these papers. There's red paper stuck in here. It was 4 years ago that they discovered the body with 1221 carved into it. Right away, I had this terrible feeling and couldn't stop shaking. The victim had been murdered 6 months earlier, but Walter had been dead for 7 years, having committed suicide 3 years before the murder. The police think it's a copycat crime and are calling it the Sullivan case round 2, but something about it bothered me. May 14th. Alright, what does this one have to say? There's red paper stuck in here. I figured out the riddle behind the numbers. 01121 is actually 01 out of 21. Ah, so it's not a 1, it's a slash. In other words, 1 out of 21. So Walter was planning on killing 21 people, but he never finished the job. He was convicted for the murders of Billy and Miriam Locane, the 7th and 8th victims. Afterwards, he committed suicide in his jail cell. The grisly mass murder of 10 people shocked the world and came to be known as the Walter Sullivan case. There are 2 big puzzles here. The first is, what was the motive for the murders? The second is, why did he kill himself before completing his task? Was he simply insane? May 2nd. But those names, Billy and Miriam Locane, didn't we read about this in Silent Hill 2? Yeah, the Walter Sullivan article. It was at the Woodside Apartments. Huh. It's a very strange thing to call back to, but yeah, that is actually the same Walter Sullivan. So, looks like we've got a character that was mentioned in a brief memo in the second game has now become the focus of an entire game. I can kind of respect the out there concept there, but yes, confirmation, if you hadn't figured it out yet, if you can remember from that, it's the same Walter Sullivan from that article that we read in Silent Hill 2. Heading into floor 2, there is one room that we actually need to check out here to get a critical item. Well, it actually isn't critical, but you do need it if you're going for a 10.2 star run. Heading into room 204 here. Fancy kitchen that they got here. And a pretty truncated room, really. Doesn't seem like there's anything for us to collect here. So whoever lives here, though, must really take their cooking seriously as a hobby. Also got some nice decor. Got a ghost here. Don't need to worry about this guy. Room 203 is the other room that we actually need to go into. Got a ghost in here. If you bring your Saint's Medallion, you can protect yourself against him. There is one other item to grab here, the bug spray. Take the bug spray. The bug spray is an item that will instantly knock down Hummers and allow you to stomp them. It's not really that useful, but it is an interesting item to say the least, if nothing else. It's a bloodstained shirt. There's a torn red paper in the pocket. Let's take that paper. If you're trying to collect all the memos in this game, which you will be if you're... no. Yeah, sometimes these guys just get in your way. Just something you gotta deal with. Let them come in, and then we get past them. The Saint's Medallion can help you ward them off, but I'd rather save the uses of it for later when we actually do need to engage with the ghosts. Heading into room 202 over here. Here is the answering machine that if you rang it up from Rachel's apartment, this would be ringing. It's a painting of a young man. The memo says 107. He listens to great music, but I feel sorry for him having to live under Braintree. What about this one? It's a painting of 2 adults and a lot of children. The memo says 206. How can they even sleep with so many noisy kids? Besides that, they have to live next to Braintree. It's a painting of a nurse. On the memo, it says 106. My beautiful darling. Lately she's been bothered by a stalker. Guessing that's Mike. And this artist is the actual boyfriend of Rachel. It's a painting of a plump woman. Memo says 204. She's always eating something. I wish my girlfriend liked to cook like her. Hey, man, that's sexist. And, well, he's had something in progress. You can look at all these paintings and get a little bit of extra information. Must be the guy who plays video games. Must be a picture of me. The memo says 205. He's always shut in his room. Looks like he has a lot of weird interests. I heard he tape recorded Mike getting beaten up by Richard. That is actually a relatively interesting bit of information there. We'll have to check that, look into that, see if we can't find that recording. But yes, we're starting to piece together some of the ongoing plot threads in the apartment. It seems that Mike had some stalker tendencies towards the nurse, Rachel, and Richard was less than thrilled with that and gave him a good thrashing. We also might be able to assume that the bloody clothes that we've been finding, those might have been, oh, jeez! Ah! Okay, got hit with a warp strike there. Oh, dear. Let me see if there's anything to grab here, and there is not, so let's get the heck out of here. Oh, dear. Yeah, that was awkward. That was awkward. She just yanked Henry like she was Scorpion or something. Alright, that actually got a little scary, but fortunately we should be able to get out of here without any serious problems. Might be worth it to pop back into room 302, but I'm gonna play a little risky. This is not a terribly long area. So if I do die, I can just come back from a loaded file. Let's see here. Anything awaiting us in these hallways? Let's head into here. So we gotta keep an eye out for that tape. Because, hey, who doesn't want to hear a tape recording of some guy getting beaten up? It's a cassette tape. The label says Skinned Mike. I could listen to it on the stereo in my room. This is an optional item to take. You don't have to grab it, but, you know, it might be interesting to listen to it. After all, like I said, who doesn't want to hear a guy getting beaten up? There are lots of old game machines and other devices I have no idea about. Come on, Henry. Don't you have any interest in gaming? Oh, jeez. Let me through the door. The tape is the only thing that's really important to grab in there. Oh, geez, there are a ton of sniffer dogs over there. Gonna have to be a little careful when we approach that. Heading into this room, this must be the house with a lot of the kids that the guy was talking about. Got some, oh, whoa, hey. Let's back off here. And do a lunge. There we go. No problem there. Okay. Anything else in this area? Oop. Let's just back up here. Let him come to us. Gonna go. And get the charge strike there. No problem. Alright, a little scary to fight these guys in the close quarters, especially when I don't have that much health left. But ultimately, the power of the rusty axe carries the day. Now, the big thing I'm concerned about is those 3 sniffer dogs at the hallway. Hopefully I can bait some of them out and just take them each down with individual axe strikes. Okay. Let's let some of them get close to us. Oh dear. Okay, let's not press our luck here. Oh dear, here we go. Oh no! Let me out. Oh god. Woo, that was way too close. Oh, jeez. All right, let's take a quick detour back to the apartment. We can deal with those things when we're at full health. Oh, I was playing a little too risky there, a little too risky. But hey, that's what makes this fun, right? Yeah, combat can sometimes be disastrous if you do not approach properly. But hey, we want to come back here to play that tape anyway, so let's give that a listen. Also, let's go look out the peephole again, see if there's anything that's changed there. Eileen will... Did you guys hear something? Let's just take a look out here. Nah, it's just Frank shuffling again. It's got very weird steps. Alright, let's play this cassette tape and see what it's got on it.
How do you like that, you sick little freak? You had it coming to you. These clothes are disgusting. Get them out of my sight.
I know. It'll be perfect to wrap his body in.
Hold it.
You!
Hold it, I think
You
I'll keep
snooping
that
around
for
again?
myself.
Get your ass out of here
Hold
before
it,
you
hold
really
it,
piss me off.
Hold it. Hold it. I think I'll keep that one for myself. Hold it. I think I'll keep that one for myself.
Well, that was certainly a recording. There's a lot going on there, but I think that was the lady talking was the one who had her cat killed, and she was grabbing the jeans to wrap the body in for some reason. Obviously, Richard was yelling at Mike after absolutely thrashing him, and I guess you know, he tore his clothes off, so I guess, you know, peeled his skin off, so skinned Mike. Don't know who the drunk guy was, but I guess he was the one who took the shirt, so... Yeah, very, very strange recording. I'm not really sure what they were going for with that, but a little bit more context if you can piece all the clues together. Let's get back into the apartment, because there's actually a very, very important item we can grab from that hallway, if I can survive the sniffer dogs. Alright, here we are, rested and in fighting condition. Let's hopefully get through it. Of course, we're gonna have some of them camped up by the door, so pretty high chance that I will take some damage here. Oh dear. Okay. Whoop. Let's just stomp this one to get him out of the picture. Okay. You are going down. And let's see if I can't get both of them. Yes! Oh yeah! Beautiful. Love the extended hitbox on the backswing. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to hit things with it, but it does have a pretty generous hitbox, and you can, all too often, hit multiple enemies with it. Let's see. Nothing at the end of the hallway, so last apartment for us to check out here, room 207. And this was Richard's apartment, or rather, last apartment on the second floor to check out. And oof, see the aftermath here. Hey, it's that guy! Or maybe not. I can see Eileen Galvin from here. I'm pretty sure that's room 303. What's she doing in this world? Hey, wait, yeah, what the? If we can see her from here, that means she's in the apartment world. Uh-oh. This is the gun Richard was using. Take Richard's revolver, and we get our second and final gun of the game. Well, final gun that Henry can use, anyway. Richard's revolver. Richard's revolver only has a handful of reloads in the game, but it's a much stronger gun than the pistol. I think it deals, like, double the damage. Over here, it's a golf club. Looks like a putter. Eh, what the heck, why don't we take it? We only have a couple more things to grab anyway, and we're also going to be dropping off all the papers, so don't have to worry about those cluttering up our inventory anymore. But yes, you can get Richard's revolver in here and have a new gun. Now, to be completely honest, it might seem tempting to save that gun for the end of the game to, like, use on the final boss or something, but I'm just going to spoil this for you right now. The final boss is extremely resistant to it. So, if you can think of any good situation where you think, like, a double power handgun might be useful to you, I would highly advocate that you use it there. There's the doll, if you want to take it. I would not advocate that in any means. Alright, let's head into room 304 here. Last room that we can check out with the supers keys, so once we are done looking in here, we can drop those off. A little creepy room here, got some Dalmatian statues. Pretty sure those were in one of the office, or one of the, office, why am I having so much trouble talking? That was in one of the businesses in the office building in Silent Hill 3. Here we get another pack of pistol bullets. Doing pretty good on ammo. Honestly, I might just pull the pistol out of storage to shoot some things every now and again, because we got more than enough. I said this earlier in the game, but the specific goal I'm hoping to hit with pistol bullets is just have 56 in storage at any given time. It's just me? I think Eileen Galvin's on the other side of this door. It sounds like she's having some trouble. I think she's trying to break out of the door. She must have realized that she's trapped at this moment. Let's slip all these papers under here. Now, the reason you're collecting these papers is because one of them actually has a critical note on it that is required to read in order to progress the game. If you do not have that paper under your door, you won't be able to advance the game. Alright, with those slid under the door, let's re-enter the apartment through the portal in room 301, which conveniently, right here, right next to 302, allows us to get back in super quick. Alright, waking back up in room 302, I'm actually going to do some quick inventory management just to prepare us for a later section of the game, so let's head over to our chest to start with. And let's put away all the items I don't need and grab the items that we will need very, very shortly. So, let us store the pistol bullets, the putter, which we're never going to use, Richard's revolver, and the keys. We don't need those anymore. But remember all those placards that we've been grabbing? We're going to need these very, very shortly. So let's grab all of these and just get them in our inventory so we have them for when we need them. Alright, one last time. I think there's a special thing you can get if you look at the peephole. Maybe not. I know there's a certain scene that you can get if you look at it at the right time. There's a torn red paper stuck in here. It's so bloody and hard to read. Rachel, love you always. Watching window, protect you, if love, Mike. Hooray for stalker letters, right? Alright, let's look at the one on the left here. There's red paper stuck in here. I picked up the key that Eileen from room 303 must have dropped. I thought I'd return it, but she wasn't home. I guess I'll give it to the super. May 20th. Okay, so at some point, the writer of these letters had the key to Eileen's room, but it wasn't in Frank's room. There's a torn red paper stuck in here. I lost the key to Eileen Galvin's room. Gotta find it and bring it back. Let me think. Last place I saw it was... It's ripped here, and I can't read the rest. Oh, figures. Fortunately, we have the other half right here. It's torn red paper stuck in here. Oh yeah, I had a really wicked headache that day, and I just collapsed on the bed. Maybe if I look near the bed in room 302's bedroom, I'll find it. I get headaches every day now. It's terrible. What am I going to do? May 22nd. And, honestly, I haven't been paying too much attention, so I forget if we've gotten a piece of the diary that's already confirmed this. But yes, this was from the these red notes are from the previous resident of room 302, and of course, that's Joseph Screeber. So... once you read that piece of paper, a new key appears in your bedroom. There's something on the ground. Will you take it? You get the doll key. The key with the girl's doll keychain attached. 303 is engraved on it. Alright, so we have the key to Eileen's room, so hopefully we're making good time here and we can actually save her. I'm gonna just look out the peephole one last time, just to see if that scene I'm thinking of actually plays. Just take a look out here. No, it doesn't look like it. Must be a random event. Not a big deal. Let's just take a look at the radio real quick to see if we can get another news story. Nope. The reason I'm checking that right now is because very, very soon we're going to hit a point in the game where you actually can no longer get any of those random news stories anymore, which is kind of disappointing, but it's whatever. Sadly, we could not get one of the more interesting ones. One of the less interesting ones that we didn't get is there's a tourism ad for Silent Hill, but also there's one where it's a news story about a guy who is arrested for urinating on a utility pole, and he has the same name as the game's director, which is a little funny. It's a shame that we couldn't get that one, but I'm sure someone's posted an upload of all the random radio broadcasting yet online. Alright, we gotta rescue Eileen. Let's get to her room and help her out real quick.
Did you find your mommy? This place? It's dangerous. You need to hurry. Get out of here.
unfortunately, we were too late. Eileen, well, she wasn't in very good condition when we found her. I don't think she died there, but it's not looking too good. I didn't think anything of it when I took the picture, but now it gives me a seriously creepy feeling. This is your last opportunity to get some new flavor text on some of the various things around Henry's apartment. Starting with the next area, we're actually going to lose the ability to glean any additional insight from these things. Maybe it's just my nerves playing tricks on me. This photo gives me a weird feeling. Maybe it's my imagination, but I get that weird feeling looking at this photo too. Something is really bothering Henry right now. If we look out the window, Eileen... Alright, so Eileen is being taken to the hospital, so presumably she's still alive at this point. They could potentially be taking her away in a body bag, but we just have to really hope that's not the case. Looking over this way... Just me, or is the apartment's gradually starting to look a little more empty? Night has fallen in Ashfield, so definitely not the most inviting atmosphere we've had in this game so far. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I feel something like fear coming from this photo. Henry has really lost all of his interest in Silent Hill at this point. Or rather, his reverence. Let's go check. What's this? What's this? Strange. Let's go check in Eileen's room, see if there's anything we can glean.
So they took the victim to St. Jerome's, huh?
Yeah, she's not gonna make it. She had numbers in her back, too. Walter Sullivan copycat. Round 3, huh?
Well, they never got the scumbag behind round 2 a few years back. Maybe it's the same guy.
What if 1, 2, and 3? What if they're all the same guy?
What the hell are you talking about? You know Sullivan killed himself. The weird thing is, there were no clues. Crime scenes were always spotless. No fingerprints, no fibers, nothing. Just the numbers. 20121. I've been a cop for a long time, but I never seen a case like this one. It's almost like they were killed by a ghost or something.
You probably noticed the Robbie doll has been turned and is more than a little accusing towards Henry at this point. But we do have confirmation that Eileen still lives at this moment. Anything on the radio? No. Alright, well, let's get to the hole in the bathroom wall, and let's travel through there and see where it takes us this time. What the? The hole is blocked. Don't need to use that now. Henry's opinion of that has not changed, but what the heck? Why is the hole blocked? What could have caused that? Oh, that is actually a serious problem. How are we going to get out of here now? But, of course, you probably noticed there were some items slid under the door. Just take a quick look at the peephole, too. So, looks like we've got another handprint there, but it's not pressed in quite as hard. Well, hopefully that means Eileen yet lives and will continue to live until maybe we can find her. Got any opinion on your shoes, Henry? These shoes? Are they really mine? Henry is really starting to lose his grasp on reality at this point. There's a scrap of red paper stuck in here. I don't think I can protect myself. He's truly insane. I can't hold on any longer. His power can't be measured. I was so scared today that I sealed off the back of the storage room. I wonder if Eileen Galvin is okay. She has no idea what's going on. But she's in danger, nevertheless. July 13th. Interesting. Now over here, there's some kind of strange paper stuck in here. Will you take it? You get the Succubus Talisman. Card with some kind of frightening demon on it. What could we possibly hope to do with that? Well, that will have to wait until the next video, because this one's gone for quite a while, but yeah, things are not really looking up at this point. Eileen is in serious trouble, Henry is really starting to lose it, the original hole we've been using is no longer available to us, which means perhaps we'll just have to make a new one. But how? Well, we'll have to leave that for the next video. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, though, goodbye.